Hi guys, it's Baby Peach here, and ooh, it's on paint. I thought I was gonna have to click like one by one, but sorry. So we're here with another color and chat. I haven't done that in like a hot minute, so we're back again because I have quite a few things to talk about. I've been watching quite a few movies and stuff, and I was thinking about doing individual videos for them, but that's gonna be a lot of work, and I don't know if I want to do that right now, so I'm just not. But for the animes I am watching this season, you'll get like a sneak peek later on about what I'm watching, and I was thinking about making individual videos for the animes I really like this season, but we'll see how that goes. But I'm like, speaking of anime, I took on the hefty task of watching quite a few this season. I'll show those on the screen here. And I have started freaking slacking on a lot of them. Like, I'm finally on about episode, I think like 4, 5, 6, like in that grouping of episodes for all the all the anime coming out. And I'm starting to lose my motivation. And it sucks because I'm starting not to like watch it as soon as it comes out, and then I'm getting behind. And I just hate it because it's like whenever I get behind, then I have trouble getting back into watching it, and then I end up like getting really behind, and then it'll finish while I'm still like at the beginning episodes. So I'm trying to fight that and just push through and keep watching them. They are good. It's like I am enjoying them, but it's just been frustrating. And I hate getting behind, so then that just makes it harder. Like reading wise though, I've read a webtoon recently called The Warehouse. It's a BL story. It's really messed up, similar to like Killing Stalking. So if that's more your vibe, I for sure would recommend this one. But yeah, trigger warnings and all that. It's a story. I guess for like normal day-to-day life, I am going back to school this month. Here in a couple weeks, classes are going to be starting, so wish me luck on that. I'm gonna try to keep getting more videos out, like more of the Higurashi episodes in particularly. After that, I'm not for sure what I'm gonna be focusing on. I do have more of the Higurashi chapters. I don't know if I'm gonna just hop right into it or not. We'll have to wait and see. Because I'm also starting a new job. So not only is school starting up, but that's also starting up. So things are gonna get kinda hectic here, I think. So I'm hoping it settles and I'm able to get into some sort of routine so that my channels don't fall to the wayside. So I'm gonna like try my best to stay on a routine of some sort and not get too overwhelmed or stressed about anything. Like I do want to leave the videos to be more of like a fun thing I do, I guess. So like don't want to make it into a job too much. I've also been kind of working on some art. I did kind of dive more into video games here recently, but overall, in like the past few months or so, I have been working on art a bit more. I'll put my art Instagram up on the screen somewhere in case you want to check out anything I'm doing. I've been doing more like painting recently and some some like sketchbook stuff, but mostly painting, I think. I've also been listening to a lot more music than podcast recently. Yeah, I go through cycles, I guess, with that. So, like, I'll get really, really into some podcasts, and then that's all I listen to, like, during my drive time, showers, anything, doing dishes, anything I really have time to, like, listen to something. But I've been more into my music lately, though. So that's been a nice, like, change of pace and stuff. I'm like, I do still have a few podcasts that I've been listening to. I'm not like up to date on them or anything. I'm forever freaking behind. But a few shout outs, I guess, for some would be like Welcome to Night Vale. I still am hanging on strong to that one. I also love Crime Junkie, but I've taken a break for a little bit just because they handle such heavy topics. So, yeah, I've been kind of cautious and more sporadic when I listen to them. But I've also leads me into talking about the Office Ladies podcast. It's Jenna Fisher and Angela. They have a podcast, and they're talking about just their time on the set of The Office, and they're watching it like episode by episode and giving little fun facts behind the scenes, stuff like that. It's been really fun because I'm actually rewatching The Office for my third time, and I love it. It's a comfort show, but yeah, so I don't like completely blast through it like I normally do. I've decided to listen to the podcast, so every time I like watch an episode, I'll go and listen to the podcast episode. So then I don't know, just spaces out the episodes more, makes it more enjoyable, makes it feel kind of more like a community. Yeah. That also reminds me about how, so you know how, like, everybody, like, when you play The Sims, you go through, like, the Sim cycle, where you play it, like, nonstop all the time, and then you take a break, and then you end up not touching it for, like, months or whatever. Well, I'm on the Sim cycle, okay? And I was playing it, like, heavy for a hot minute. And recently, I think I'm moving on to my sim break part of the cycle, is what it seems to be feeling like. But then again, talking about it makes me want to go play it right now, so I'm not entirely for sure which part of the cycle I'm in for The Sims. I want to get some of their, like, I need to get all the packs. I don't have, like, basically any. Like, I have the university and stuff for The Sims 3, but I don't, like, have anything for The Sims 4. So I need to hunker down and buy those so I can have more fun with my Sims. I have recently gotten into, like, custom content and stuff, so that's been kind of fun and has brought a whole new level to the gameplay. So I really like that. But yeah, so I do like the new toddler feature thing too, though. Like how you can feed them in the high chair and have them try all the different foods and stuff. That's been really cute. Yeah, I mean, I've also been watching a lot of movies with my partner recently. And, I wrote down all the movies we've been watching recently so that I wouldn't forget to, like, cover any. Sorry. But, yeah, so my husband has been the one picking out, well, we've been trying to, like, go back and forth, take some turns with it, but I'd say a lot of these are, like, ones he's picked, but they're still really good. I've enjoyed them, so I'm just kind of gonna start at the top and go down the list. Some of them, it's been a little while since I've actually seen it, so I might not be able to cover it that well. Okay. First movie, Scanner Darkly. Now this was my second time watching it through. It's one of those movies where, like, it can be better to rewatch it a couple of times so that you can see all the little tidbits you might not have caught the first time around. It was really good. It's about, like, it has, like, Keanu Reeves in it and quite a few other famous people. And it's about this undercover cop, and he's posing as, like, a drug dealer, druggie type of deal, and he just gets really lost in the character. And it's just a wild ride, honestly. I don't really want to give too much away because the twist of the ending was so, oh my god, it was amazing. Like, it was just really good. I enjoyed it a lot. It was sad though, so don't expect like a, oh my god. No, it's more of a, oh, you know. But it's a good watch. I do plan on giving the book a read or listen to it sometime soon also. You know, because sometimes the book goes more in depth than the movie. Sometimes not, though. Like, I remember reading A Girl Interrupted a while ago, and I remember thinking that the movie had more detail than the book ended up having. So, like, that's not always the case, but normally the book has more in it. We've also watched Total Recall. That was another pretty good one. It deals with memory also. That one was about this guy. He's kind of like, I don't know, he ends up deciding to go to this company and they can implant fake memories into you. So, like, let's say you wanted to have memories of going to a beach resort where you had, like, a fling or something, and, you know, you don't actually go, but you want to, like, remember it like you did. So then you go to this company and they would implant that into your head, so then you'd now have the memories and think that that's what happened, you know? So, something ends up going wrong during his implantation, though, and he starts waking out of it, because you're supposed to be, like, sedated the whole time, so you can't, like, move around or hit anyone or whatever. Well, he's, like, fully aware, and he starts freaking out about being a double agent and stuff, and it's just a whole rodeo, honestly, because it gets to the point where you're like, are the people who implant the memories into your head, are they the bad guys? Like, is he actually a secret agent? You know, like, what in the world is going on? It's just such a mind twister. Ooh. The next movie we've watched recently is Ginger Snaps. And that's basically, it's an older movie, but it was, like, a fresh take on, like, the classic werewolf story, you know? Like, you get scratched or whatever, and now you're gonna be a werewolf. And it was interesting, I'd say. I really liked it. It was a bit cheesy in some places, so, like, don't get me wrong, you know? But for the most part, it was pretty interesting. Like, I saw pretty early on that it was gonna end up being, like, it was a werewolf movie, you know? But seeing the transformation and stuff was just really, it was new, it was interesting, it was a new take. It's very, like, if you want to get metaphorical with it, too, I guess it could also represent, like, girls going into womanhood, like, going through puberty and everything, because, like, one of the signs when you, like, are transforming into this wolf is you start, like, bleeding, like it's a period, but you're bleeding, like, a lot. Like, it's a lot more than what a normal period should be. And yeah, like, there's a guy in the movie that ends up starting to turn, and he starts bleeding out of his, like, penis. Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, it was a good movie. There is a bit of, like, there is an adult guy who's hanging around the high school and stuff, and he's kind of like a main character-ish. So, like, if you know, can't handle stuff like that, I wouldn't watch it. But, like, nothing happens, nothing, like, sexual happens, so it's okay. It's not okay, like, it's not a good relationship, but I just mean, like, no major trigger warnings or anything. And ultimately, I mean, he gets what's coming to him, so, like, it's, yeah, you'll have to just watch it to find out what happens to him. Ooh, we've also watched, so if you guys know the anime Free, Iwatobi Swim Club, they have a crap ton of movies, too, and, me and my husband we finished the first season. I've watched it already. I watched Free when it was coming out back when I was, like, still in high school, so I wanted to rewatch it, and he said he'd watch it with me. So we recently, like, finished up the first season of it, and we watched the movie. We're going on the order they have them on Crunchyroll, so technically, like, chronological order, like, for age-wise. So, like, we gotta watch the movie from when they were kids. So that one was freaking adorable. I'm excited to start season 2 and to move on to the other movies, though, but yeah, it's a good one. I don't know, I really liked the part when Haru and Makoto and their new teammates and stuff is all opening up, and, you know, Makoto speaks for him, but he's like, you know, I thought my original swim team was the best swim team. And it's just like, yeah, they all thought their original swim team was the best swim team. But, you know, like, this team can be the best too. So, like, I don't know. It was just real cute. Real inspirational. Okay, my bad. Let's see, we've also watched Underworld recently. I'm just gonna put this out here. I liked all the movies we watched, so I'm gonna stop saying that they were good, because they were all just good. So we watched Underworld, And that's just stereotypical, well, not stereotypical, I liked it. It was like, the action scenes were really cool. I really liked the female lead in it. She did a really nice job. It was a, like, vampire werewolf love story kind of deal. It was a different take on, it's not like Twilight vampires or anything, so it was an interesting take. I will be watching the rest of the movies. I believe there are more in the franchise. But yeah, so far though, it was a pretty good start to it. I'll have to see how it goes. I am interested in learning more about, like, the lore and the other vampires and stuff, if there is more movies. So we'll have to see. We also have Murder by Numbers. That one has Sandra Bullock in it. This one is about, like, you follow these two high school boys for half the movie, and then for the other half of the movie, you're following these two, like, detective cops, and this other high school girl was murdered, and so they're trying to solve that case, and so you get it from, like, you follow the killer's point of view and how they're, like, scheming and plotting and trying to get away with it and what they're gonna say and crap, and then you get the cops trying to solve the case. So it's a pretty good, like, thriller. There is a bit of a plot twist at the end. I'm not gonna spoil that though, but such a shock. Personally, it made me love the movie, and yeah, like, I watched it back in high school for the first time, but, like, that ending is what made it stick with me. So I was like, we gotta watch it. We also watched recently Whispering Corridor 6. It's technically a part of a movie series. The first 5 are a lot different than this one. But it's supposed to be, like, they're all at a girls' school, and normally something kind of gay is going on, and one of the girls ends up dying in the school year, and then she ends up, like, haunting the school, and then that's kind of what the movie's about, like, the school being haunted, and then depending on, like, how she died is gonna differ and how the haunting goes and stuff. They're Korean horror movies, and so this one though was a bit different. Like, there were some boys and stuff, so, like, it was just kind of, it was weird, it was different. So I don't know if it was, like, initially supposed to be a part of the series or what happened there, but yeah, it's there. So that one was okay, not super highly recommended, and it is, like, triggering. There is an assault that happens in it, so, like, don't just watch it without being aware of that. Dang, I didn't mean to, like, end this video on such, like, a depressing movie. I have, like, quite a few more movies to talk about, but I finished my picture, so we're already done. Yeah, so I suppose I'll just go ahead and end this off here, and I'll save the rest of the movies to talk about in another little color and chat video. I'm sure I'm going to be doing quite a few more of these, especially with everything starting up, like I mentioned earlier. These are just kind of easier to film and get out, and I don't know, it's kind of nice just being able to, like, sit here and chit-chat a bit, I suppose, instead of having to worry super hard about being, like, into the game and everything. But anyway, I don't know, I'm rambling. Let me go. Okay, bye.